Well, I'm Alan Dale from Gale Force Winds, and I got to tell you what a pleasure it is to be here on day 3 of the National Association Career College and Career Colleges Ontario show right here in beautiful Toronto. People that are really making a difference, people that are all collaborating for the benefit of students that are going to these wonderful career colleges that impact our country from coast to coast to coast and right down deep, right into the communities. These folks are making a difference. Well, my next guest certainly has made a difference to this country, and what a privilege it is to have you on, Peter. Here we are in a conversation with a group of people that are really genuinely believing in Canada, educating people for jobs that we need right now. What does it mean to be involved with this group right now?
Well, it's a pretty impressive group, as you say, Alan. And you're absolutely right. I mean, the issue about the job market today is there are jobs that are needed right now. And the career colleges that are part of this convention this week are all about delivering people to the job market now, ready to go, ready to operate. And so you got to be impressed about their skills and their abilities in doing just that.
You know, Peter, when you're around a group of people that they look at every possible way to bring people into their institutions, into their education, they break down all the barriers, you know. Oftentimes when you start something new in life, you think of 1,000 reasons why you shouldn't do it. But these folks have a real knack to help people and invite them in to their institution. It's amazing to be around people like that.
It is. It's inspiring. It's encouraging in terms of the directions that are possible now for Canadians. My latest book, which has been out for about a year now, is called How Canada Works. Now, that sounds like a little bit of a business textbook. It's not. It's really how Canada works in the sense that so much of what the people in this country do in their jobs really helps the country operate in ways we don't even think about. We just kind of take for granted. You know, it's popular these days to talk about how the country's broken. And that's a good political argument to have, and there's no doubt there's room for that discussion. But while that discussion takes place about how governments work, how governments support this, that, or the other thing, meanwhile, real people are doing real jobs. And those real jobs are what makes the country work. And it could be as simple as, you know, an air traffic controller, a wedding planner, a high-rise window washer. All these people are in critical jobs in terms of how the country works. And that's who we focus on. We don't focus on the big names that are many Canadians have heard of and know about. There are no politicians in there. The odd kind of mayor in a small town and the difference he or she makes. But mostly it's those, that list of workers like I just mentioned, and dairy farmers and parole officers and all those kind of people. And many of those got their start through career colleges.
Right.
So that there's a lesson for all of us there, and there's inspiration in the teachings of people that you meet at a conference like this.
Yeah, and those folks that quietly go about their day
Sure.
every day to make this country what it is, right? It's
Right.
such an impressive group of people, and you find those folks, those are the very folks that are instructing these students, right? These are the people that have done the business that you talk about, but yet want to give back. They want to, and that's the beauty of what these colleges do. They have a knack about putting people who have done the work in front of students. And how powerful is that?
Well, you can't beat that.
Right.
That kind of ability to learn from those who have been there, and in many cases are still there, is what can convince others and inspire others to be able to be in the same kind of positions.
You know, Peter, in this conference here, we've got over 300 colleges have come together from across the country. And in some cases, they compete against each other. They're offering programs, many cases, in some cases, right in their backyard.
They're always competing.
Right.
And that's good.
And it's good.
Yeah.
But yet you have this collaborative feeling here. People so willing to share their ideas amongst one another. It's like a Canadian thing. It's a bit of a secret sauce. They understand that a rising tide floats all boats. What is it about Canadians that we want to collaborate and share our ideas, even amongst our competitors?
Well, listen, this country is a collaboration. I mean, you think about it. You know, we're one of the largest in size countries in the world. We're diverse in so many ways, you know, not just in people and cultures, but in geography, in language, culture, as I said. Normally, when you look at a country like this, or a region this big, you go, oh, there's too many internal tensions. They'll never make it work. We've made it work. And we've made it work because we understand each other, we understand our differences, we know how to put those differences together to have a, you know, kind of a workable result. And it's the same for the, you know, 300 or so colleges that have, you know, from different places with different objects, different focus, but together they produce a terrific product in the people that are coming out of them. And so, you know, we're lucky. We're lucky as a country to have what we have, and that includes the kind of people we're seeing here this week.
You know, Peter, we live in a fairly tumultuous world at the moment, but when you come to a place like this and you see the goodness in people and their desire to want to help one another, it makes you pretty proud to be a Canadian and wear this poppy here today.
Yeah. You know, and listen, there's lots of history to these poppies and the kind of people that they represent. Not only those who, you know, didn't survive through the conflicts, but those who served and did come home. Did good for Canada when they were overseas, do good for Canada now. Listen, you know, are we a perfect nation? No, we have issues. There's no doubt about it, and we're constantly trying to address them properly. But we are so lucky to live where we live and to be who we are. You know, when I travel the world, which I do a lot of, still, what you find is envy, right? People, when they find out you're Canadian, they go, "Oh, you're so lucky. What a fantastic country you have." You know, you're not only the natural beauty that we are able to live in, but also the way we're recognized around the world for the kind of things we do. You find a kind of fact that, you know, we care about others, not just ourselves. And, you know, we're lucky. We're very lucky.
Peter, there's no better way to say it, but thank you for everything that you do for Canada. It's been an absolute honor to have you on this show, and keep up that great work. It's great to see you.
Thanks, Alan.